Okay, this is a quick and easy chocolate cake, perfect for school lunches or taking to work, and I guarantee it won't last about a week in the house. What we've got is 125 grams of butter, vanilla essence, teaspoon, 2 eggs, 1/2 cups of self-raising flour, some cocoa powder, 1/2 cup, 1 1/4 cup of caustic and 2/3 of a cup of water. What we're going to do first of all is I've turned the oven on 180 degrees, get it pre-warmed, and now we're going to sift the flours before we start mixing. So it's really important to sift all of the flours and the cocoa just to get all of the lumps out nice and easy. Okay, so what we're going to do now is in the mixer we're going to put in our 125 grams of butter, nice and soft, room temperature, our 2 eggs, the caster sugar, and our vanilla essence, just the 1 teaspoon. Put that on a medium speed. Just want to get that nice and smooth. Now what we're going to do is slowly add in our flour cocoa powder, bit at a time, and half the water, and then the rest of the cocoa powder flour. And the rest of the water. We're going to beat that for about 3 or 4 minutes until we get a nice smooth paste. Okay, so that mixture's done, nice and smooth. Just going to scrape all the bits from the side of the bowl so it's all nice and mixed in. Now, I'm going to use a 20 centimetre square tin. I prefer a square tin, you can use round if you like. Baking paper on the bottom, very important. And I'm just going to line the sides with a little bit of butter. Of course, if you've got a silicone, fancy non-stick pan, then you wouldn't need to do this step. Okay, pour the mixture into the pan. Smoothing it out so that it's all nice and even, and into the oven. About 40 minutes on 180 degrees. Okay, the cake's been in for 40 minutes. Now what I want to do is just test it to see if it's cooked. Every oven's different, and you'll find that when you first cook a cake of any kind, you'll need to just get to know your oven and how it cooks, depending on whether it's fan forced or whatever. Okay, so simply using a toothpick, we stab it in the cake. Now if the toothpick comes out clear, then that means it's done. If there's still bits of cake stuck to the toothpick, put it in for another 5-10 minutes and check it again. Now we're just going to let the cake stand for 5 minutes and cool, then we're going to put it out onto a wire rack. And in the meantime, we're going to make our chocolate ganache, which is basically just cream and chocolate. I prefer that to using icing sugar. Okay, so the ganache is basically 200 grams of cooking chocolate and a 1/4 cup of cream. All I'm going to do is melt them in a saucepan and then we're ready to go. Over a medium heat, I'm just going to put in the 1/4 cup of cream. You can see now that the bubbles are coming up. So now I'm just going to add in all of the chocolate and stir that until it's all nice and melted. This is the sort of thing that you don't want to leave on the stove unattended because it'll burn pretty quick. It's working now. A few more lumps. And there we have a nice smooth chocolate. Now I'm going to take that off the heat and let it cool until it's a nice consistency to spread on the cake. Okay, so the cake's cooled now. All I'm going to do is just slice around the edges just to get any little sticky bits off. The wire rack, easiest way, straight over the top, flip it up. Peel back the grease paper and there we have it, ready to ice. Well, the chocolate icing's right to go now. You can tell it's starting to flow a lot slower off the spoon, and if I put it on you can sort of see that it has peaks now and it's holding a bit of shape. So I'm just going to pour that on. And just smooth it over. There we have it. Now of course you can decorate that if you like, but just for an everyday cake, it's perfect as it is. Now just put it in the fridge, let that icing set,